We've all heard the advice. Act like you've already hit that 100K mark. Girl, what does that even mean? That's not enough detail. So all these videos that I've been seeing, they keep telling us this one thing. Act like you've already hit that 100K mark, but they actually aren't telling us how a person who has already hit that mark acts. From one small YouTuber to another, I know that can be so frustrating. You're like, I'm out here going all out just to get the number of subscribers that I have already. And you're just telling me that with that one piece of information, that's enough? Cut the show.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
By the gift of wisdom, I've gained insight. So let's discuss the real tactics and mindset shifts that can help you and I to hit this mark. Chapter 1. Post like a pro. One thing I notice about successful YouTubers is they don't skimp on quality. Every video, thumbnail, and title is crafted with care. So you may be saying, just as I've been saying, that I am not really where my editing skills are the best, my thumbnail creation skills are the best, and I really haven't yet fully figured out SEO friendly titles. But start where you are. Just work on improving from that video, the last video that you made. Work on improving. Recently, if you notice my previous videos, I'd been using a fake background. I used a trick that I learned from another YouTuber who recently just blew up, by the way. I was really happy for her. Her name is Favor Matthew. So I used that trick, but I also noticed that somewhere along the line, every time I'd get views, but every time around the 1 minute something second mark, my audience retention used to drop. And I figured, okay, what was happening? I started just going through my videos and trying to see what was happening at that time. And I noticed that that's where my hair would start disappearing mostly, right? So for someone who's watching that, it may be really annoying to see all of that. So I say this to say, you may not be where the big creators are right now in terms of background, in terms of editing, in terms of all of that, but work on improving every single time. Take your time to create the best type of video that you can with what you have, and just continuously work on improving. Now, another thing that I learned is that thumbnails are really important. First impressions matter. I never used to take time into creating my thumbnails. And here's what happens. The average YouTuber apparently takes about 12 seconds to look away or something like that. When they're scrolling on their feed and they see a boring thumbnail, they're really most likely not going to be inspired to click on it. So just think of what your brand represents and try to make sure that each video that you post has a thumbnail that represents that. Take time to create your thumbnail. So I learned from this other YouTuber who talks about how to grow on YouTube and all of that. And he said that before having the video, have the thumbnail ready. Because here's what happens. After the recording and editing, you may get tired and you just quickly whip something up and post it as a thumbnail. That's bad, because the less people feel like clicking on your video, the less that they're actually going to do so and watch your video. So you need to make your thumbnail something that interests them for them to be able to then actually click on it and watch your video. Because you may have a lot of gems in that video, but if they're not clicking on it, they won't even know how power-packed and fire your videos are. Chapter 2, SEO Mastery. This one, I'm still getting a hang of it. Just to sum it up, big creators are analytics detectives. They are big on using Google Trends, vidIQ, TubeBuddy, and all of those tools that are available for them to gain more insight on what their audience wants, what their audience is searching for, what trends there are, and make sure that they curate their content in line with that. They deliver to the people what the people want. This isn't just about the audience that you currently have. Maybe you've got an audience right now, but it's not really the audience that you want to attract. You may use vidIQ, for example, to see what videos other creators who are in the field that you want to get into are creating for their audience, which is the audience that you want to attract. And work with other tools, use Google Trends to make sure that you also create content that is in line with that. Chapter 3, build genuine relationships. What I notice is that big creators really take time to engage with their audience. They take time to respond to comments, to use the community side of their channel, to put out posts. So from one small YouTuber to another, think of your audience as friends and not just viewers. Still on this point, think of it as a relationship. Your audience requires loyalty from you. They require consistency from you. You can't be showing up one day and then going hard on them for 4 days, and then next thing you know, you're ghosting them. And that's what I used to do. But that's not how you build a relationship. You have to continuously talk to the person. This is your friend, remember. You don't want just visitors on your channel, but you want to build a loyal community. And the only way that you can do that is to be loyal to them. Chapter 4, which is quite similar to the previous one, is one-on-one engagement. So I'm an introvert, right? So generally talking to people isn't something that comes naturally to me. In a crowd setting, you most likely find me on my phone in a corner or talking to at least one person. Looking at YouTube as me talking to just one person at a time makes it a lot easier for me, as opposed to thinking, okay, I've got many people who are going to be watching this video. I'm just talking to one person, and it makes it easier for me to engage. It makes me feel more comfortable in front of the camera. This mindset also helps to build deeper connections with your audience. Chapter 5, think like a business owner. Big creators don't look at YouTube as pastime. They look at it as a business. And if it's a business, you understand that there's competition. There are people who want the same customer that you have. There are people who are willing to put in a lot of work to reach that same customer. So if you're thinking of it as a business, you're going to be putting in just as much work or even more to make sure that you reach that same customer. Then also, they constantly have plans and targets and strategies that they're developing every other day to make sure that they get as much money out of this thing.
Go get the money, 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 go get the money.
So if you take it just as a habit, you won't be as serious. That's basically what I'm saying. And in terms of this too, because big creators are thinking of YouTube as a business, they're constantly thinking about their brand reputation. What is your brand known for? If my brand delivers content 3 times a week, as part of making sure that I maintain my brand reputation, I will make sure that whether it rains or shines, I have 3 days where I've posted content every single week. Lastly, stand out from the crowd. In one of my previous videos, I talked about unique selling points. So you will do well for yourself by clicking on that video and just watching it and learning about that. YouTube is a stage, and you need to make sure that you bring something to the table that is completely new and makes you relevant. It puts you in a place where your audience finds a good enough reason to click on your videos and continuously watch your videos. Because here's the thing, if you're posting content that is exactly like someone else's, if they've come across that same video from that person who you copied, they won't have a reason to watch your video. That's it for today. From one small YouTuber to another, implement these and you'll be a step closer to hitting 100K subscribers. So for your assignment, just think of ways that you can make your thumbnails and titles better. Number 2, go and research in terms of the content that your competitors are producing and what you're producing. See the gaps and make sure that you level up. Use Google Trends, use vidIQ, use TubeBuddy, and all of these tools that are there at your disposal to make sure that you improve on your content. Then finally, go and watch this video where you will learn more about unique selling points which you can use to make your videos stand out. That brings us to the end of this video. Comment down below if this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I continuously say this, guys. It is completely free to do all these things. Bye for now.